Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? This is MGK Mike Game Killer here with another Sunday chill and chat with your boys. So, you know what we're here to do. This is kind of impromptu, like always. I know y'all like, man, when y'all gonna stop doing impromptu videos? Oh, Lord, hold on one moment. See, totally unprofessional, like myself. I'm just totally unprofessional, but that's okay. So, Sunday chill and chat with your boys. And just came back from an event, so we're gonna talk about it a little bit, and we're gonna do it. So what we gonna do? We gonna get into a little bit of this right here, and then we'll be back. All right, hold on one second. We got somebody very special to bring on. My man, my brother Noopsy. What's going on?
What's up? How's
Ellis?
it going?
What's
Oh
going on?
man, I'm so jealous. You're a bastard.
Why are you jealous?
Because you got to go to Southern Fried Gaming and I painted my house.
Well, dude, I mean, it's not that hard. I actually went around the corner.
I know.
You know, I mean, did you want me to walk? I could have, got on the bicycle and started kind of early, with backpack on, like, it wasn't that great of a feat.
Yeah, no, that's awesome though. I wish I would have went. It looked like so
Oh
much
man,
fun.
it was a little bit less entertaining without you. I wish you would have been there also. I wish you could have.
There's always next year.
Yeah. Actually, we say we want to make it a little bit bigger with our community. We want to try to make it a little bit bigger and better every year. So hopefully that'll work. Hopefully you guys can get out, man. For the guys in the community that didn't get a chance to get here, we can get you here. So I hope that'll work out for you.
Yeah. Well, how hot was it there?
Let UAG tell it. He was melting.
If he's melting, then I'd be melting.
Yeah, he was melting. That's what he said. He said he was melting, and it ain't nothing else he can do about it. But he was melting.
Yeah, I'd be like a sweaty monster.
So it was funny, man.
When I've been in LA, not LA, what the hell am I talking about? And when I've been in Atlanta, I've like gotten out of my hotel room, gone outside, and been like, oh shit, I need another shower.
Yeah, it's like it's a little bit like that because it's so humid. Atlanta is really humid. It's not dry heat, so it's super humid.
I learned something that people, which I'm telling somebody that lives in Atlanta, but I didn't know this. Atlanta gets more rainfall than Seattle. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why it's so effing humid. But which makes sense if you think about it. But you guys actually get more rainfall than Seattle. You can Google it. That blew my mind when I found that out.
I kind of believe it though. I can believe it. I'm like out of focus. What is going on? What is going on?
You're just too many fuzzy navels.
Well, my focus has been canceled. I don't know what is going on.
Oh, you look good when you're way up close to the screen. The focus is for close up right now. It looks like.
Yeah, but now you're up my nose.
Well, it's high quality nose. I'm sorry. It looks really good. It's hot now.
Yeah. Gotcha. So yeah, man, we had a great time. If I keep looking down, it's only because I'm pulling up stuff to put on.
Oh, you're fine. I was doing that earlier too.
I want to I got a couple things that I got that I want to just send over, send up to the stream, and
nice.
And my problem is I didn't download it. So yeah, if I download it and I send it to myself, then we can Well,
I'll talk about this thing my wife got me. So she bought me this cell phone stand that's just this baby Yoda, and it's just a piece of wood. It slides in there, and then.
But it's kind of dope.
It is dope. I like it. Where's my cell phone? It's like.
It's the simple stuff, man. You can't get all into all that major. Sometimes it's the simple stuff that really, really makes it exciting.
That's where you put the charger.
Right at the bottom.
Yeah. No, but it's nice to have the cutout, is what I was trying to say. Like, no,
No, it's like I said, it's dope. It's dope to me.
I thought it was a
So
neat little
I'm
present.
almost there. I'm almost there. I wanted to get this one thing in, and okay. So now I have it. It's in my email. So I can pull it up in just a second. So um, let's talk about you. What's good, man? So hey, I got some stuff, man. I got some peripherals for my Steam Deck, man.
Woo! What'd you get?
I got a case and a screen protector, like a combo, and I got
Yep.
the little trackpad joints and everything, man. I got a
Oh, nice.
bunch of stuff, and I went on the order. I got a 1 terabyte SSD card, micro
Sweet.
SD card, and I got a 256 gig NVMe on the way. No, excuse me, 512 NVMe on the way.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
I mean, it's pretty much the highest specs I can get right now without killing myself and jumping off a bridge.
Well, no, but that matches the highest end model for probably $75 cheaper, if not more.
Well, I mean,
Pretty
so
good
the
deal.
well, I kind of got the SSD card pretty much for free. The
Okay.
1 terabyte. So I paid $46 for the 512 NVMe. So
Oh, well, then geez, that's really
I'm
you
about
saved a lot more money. I Yeah, the 1 terabyte thing I didn't get for free. I had to pay for that. I think that was like $79 or something. I got it on sale, but I don't remember what it was.
what's going on, Meatball man. Appreciate you coming through. I know everybody's
Oh, people.
gonna be jumping off with us for a second there. Well, we ain't got a whole bunch of people, but hey man, I'm glad you stopped through, man. I'm glad you came through to say hey. We're just talking about some other little stuff, and I was about to get ready to talk about some events that happen at Southern Fried. So I mean, Southern Fried is definitely dope, man. I think that it's one of those conventions that you know if you gotta kind of see to believe, and I guess toppled over with the Southern hospitality from Atlanta. I think that it's a big thing. I think that like from talking to some guys that came through, they were like, that what made it really cool is that everybody they encountered, excuse me, at least on a local basis, was
Said
really, really
hello
cool.
and nice.
Everybody was really, really cool. Nobody was, kind of antsy or abrupt about like, hey, I don't want to, what I'm saying, do XYZ or do this, what I'm saying? Like, oh, they was like really rude or whatever. So,
Yep.
but they had a lot of good stuff. We had some stuff that happened this year that I thought wasn't as cool as usual, but it's all right. They have these rooms, so you have these big rooms. Of course, it's a convention, so you have all these rooms with things.
Mm-hmm.
You have all these companies that pay like that. They had the big flight simulator from some like a Battlestar Galactica type thing.
Nice.
Apparently, a lot of people knew about, but I didn't because it was booked up for 12 hours. So,
Wow.
yeah, that was cool. And apparently, my wife's best friend's husband, who came to the show because they live here, and they he said he did it 10 years ago, and when they first came out. So when he did it
Yep.
10 years ago, I guess it's called the Artemis, or I don't know if you probably heard of it, it's Artemis or something.
No, I never played
It's like
that
an
one. No.
Artemis, like a starship. It's like a starship simulator. It's called Artemis or something, and they gave him like a chip. Like it was this really pretty crystal blue chip,
Yeah.
and the thing saves all of his data forever. Like so, it's like I guess it's like a micro SD card or like I don't
Yeah.
know, but like so he would go do the thing again, and he could take the chip, and it would just basically start him up where he was, and
What?
from 10 years ago. Like I was
What?
like, that's pretty fucking dope. You know what I'm
That
saying? Like
is really dope.
10
That's
years,
neat as shit.
yeah, it's
Sorry.
kind of dope. Like, so, I
That
mean,
is
it's cool.
awesome.
I mean, that's dope, man. I was like, I was impressed. I mean, I don't know how much.
That's super neat. Like, so
Excuse me.
interesting. Like, I don't know which one you're talking about, and I've never heard of the saving thing. I know a few like now games in arcades do let you like save your data and bring it. Like, there's a fighting game one, uh, Injustice lets you like build up your character, make your special character. You can take it from machine to machine.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I played Injustice, so I got you on that one.
yeah, like the arcade one lets you like take the thing with you. But what the way you're talking about it reminds me of the science museum. Most science museums have these types of things, but the Science Museum in Pittsburgh had like a fun VR area,
Mm-hmm.
and they had like this thing that felt like you're parachuting. It kind of made you sit in the air, and you put the helmet on and stuff, and you were just dangling there. And there was like this big 4-wheel drive truck that if you flipped it, the thing would spin and stuff. It was crazy. And there was
Yeah,
like a big
it's kind of
airplane
cool.
one.
So they had
That's
like,
what it sounds like. Was it
so they
like a huge machine like that?
Yeah, it's like a room set up. They had their own little room. Well, it's a little room. It's
Yep.
like their own little. I keep saying little. Their own hall, like, but it was like a smaller hall. So I keep calling it a room. So I guess it was more like a big room, but a small hall. And when you went in there, they had
Is it
they
like
had.
fully enclosed, like
Oh, Papa
meatballs?
Brad, what's going on, brother? Hey man, I enjoyed seeing you. Hey, Brad was there. He was there. He was all in full effect, man. Getting
I
down with the get
saw him
down.
play some Pac-Man last night in that same stream. Saw you.
Yeah, he's on. Oh yeah, and we was all in there. He's back on the road, Louisiana. Hey man, that's a long drive, man. Brad, you be safe, man. You by yourself,
Yep.
man. Be safe. You know, I always pray that all my brothers, man, get back to and fro safely, man. I always pray for you. You know that. And tell your wife she got to come next year because my wife was upset.
Oh,
So,
yeah. I'm surprised she didn't come this year. But yeah, be safe, buddy. Is he already home? Maybe.
who Brad?
Yeah.
I don't think so. He says he's on the road. So
Okay.
he left this morning, and I know Louisiana is about 8 or 9 hours, depending on. He's closer towards New Orleans, I believe. No, I think he's close. I don't know if he's close towards New Orleans. I'm not sure if he'll clarify on there, but I think it's like
Oh,
8.5, 9 hours. Because I know when we go like to see some of my dad's family, it's like 8.5, 9 hours.
did you see
So
that Discatron that Brad made a video on? That thing is pretty neat.
the clear one,
Yeah, the one that like
yes,
they made a
yes.
projector and it was like 3D looking.
Yeah, it was cool as shit, man. My wife played it, man. She loved it. I told her she had to walk away from it, like, please leave, because these people are gonna think you're being a criminal. They're gonna think you're trying to put in your pocket a piece at a time in a minute, you know.
I mean, it was neat as heck, and that's cool. Somebody made that. Like they
Yeah,
didn't
like
need.
I saw
It's
this
not
funny.
like a licensed thing. Some person
Yeah,
made that. That's so
well,
cool.
I stayed all the way. I stayed. So Brad, thanks, man. No problem, man. Anytime. I love you, brother, man. I want to make sure you get home safe. So, yeah, man. Like I saw people getting ready to they're putting all the stuff up. So they were wrapping everything
Yep.
and putting all the stuff up, man. And it's kind of cool, man, how fast they break this stuff down. People are still playing all the way to the last hour, man. And they literally come through with this the final countdown. They like a little lady walking around with this boombox, walking around through the thing.
That's
And
awesome.
it's like
That sounds awesome. Actually, that sounds way
she's like,
cooler.
I'm so ready to go. I'm so tired. It's like the final countdown. And
That's
nobody was.
awesome.
It's like if you look behind all the people that are left playing on some like the machines they wanted to play. Like I was playing, like I was still in line for Revenge from Mars. I wanted to play it one more time before I left. I absolutely love that pinball game.
Yeah.
I wish I had the financial situation to get it. I would definitely get it in a
Yeah.
heartbeat.
How much does
I
that
love
real
that,
thing
man.
cost? I'm curious now. I'm gonna
Oh,
Google
they're
it
about,
while we're
well,
they
shoot,
like
man.
8 grand or
Yeah,
10,
like
12.
when I a while back, man, when I looked a couple, what's up, Big Reese? When I
Big
looked a
Reese.
couple of years ago, man, they were around 6 grand. So I'm gonna say with inflation and the way that everybody's been going crazy about pinballs, man, I would estimate, man, 7, 8 grand. With it being as rare as it is, I think there's a little over maybe like I think over 2,000 of each one between the Attack from Mars and the Star
Yeesh.
Wars one. I think there's only like 2,500 of each one.
Oh, that's crazy.
Ralph, what's going on, brother?
What's up, Retro Ralph? Yeah. Like I'm looking at a remake that they did,
Yeah,
but yeah, I can't. I don't see a price anywhere. I bet you, especially with the rarity now, they're probably gone way up in price.
yeah, they're probably stupid, man. But, hey, Ralph, man, you guys be safe. You endless, you guys make sure you get your flights and you be safe, man. Let us know when you touch down so we know that you made it safe. With all the stuff going on in the world, the same thing I told Brad. We just want to make we know me, endless. We both want to make sure you guys get home safely. Okay.
Yeah, be safe, man. Safe trips.
What do you say? He said,
Plane's about to take off. Woo!
"Okay, yeah." So that's cool. We checked in. So yeah, man. I mean, so people were waiting, and I wanted to play that Revenge from Mars, and like right behind everybody that was playing was literally a person with a cart dolly waiting for their ass to get off. Like,
Oh, really?
get off my machine. Because all the machines are publicly owned. Except
Yeah,
for,
they bring them with them essentially to get
yeah,
into the event for free and stuff, I think, or something
well, I
like
think
that.
so, but there were a lot more like vendor type
Okay, like selling
solutions
signs
this
and
year.
buttons and
Yeah. Usually, like from what I've gathered and from what I've experienced before, there were more just community based stuff. Like when I went back to see what was for sale this year, like how I missed out on my Freddy Krueger last year that I cry about every single day, and I know people get tired of hearing me
you
say it.
didn't get one this year, did you?
It wasn't even one there.
There's nothing you were interested
The-
in. That's the
Well,
only thing you really
oh, well,
wanted was Freddy Krueger.
last year the community pinball section was so big, dude. There were
Yeah.
stuff like like medieval madness. You had a lot of the Simpsons. I mean, you had like like monster calves. You had Freddy Krueger. You had obscure calves, barbed wire. You had a lot of obscure stuff. Pinbot, Brighter Pinbot. Like weird calves that people really love. Rodimus,
Mhm.
stuff like that, stuff that people just love. Those tabs that are just like legacy. Like they just have that history behind them. And
Yeah,
this
my
year,
favorite cabs are also nostalgia based, like
yeah.
in history.
So a lot of the some of the cabs were there, but it was like it was more. It was what's the name of the game? I can't even think of the name of their company because they really pissed me off in the end.
Arcade one up, iArcade. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
no,
I'm just
no.
kidding.
They're
I
pinball.
was just kidding.
Marco pinballs. Marco.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of pissed me off in the end there. We say did they have a legend WrestleMania Stern? No, they didn't, man. They didn't have like they didn't really have a lot of like they brought. Let me say what all they brought. They brought Rush. They brought. I got to look at the list. They had Rush. They had, of course, the Mandalorian. They had. They did have one cab that everybody kind of wanted to play, but they didn't have in the mainstream. It was kind of funny. They had Toy Story, the newer Toy Story cab.
It looks
Pinball.
really pretty, like colorful and
It's
stuff.
really pretty, but it kind of throws me off though, because like it's the screen is so freaking big because it's like a television. It's not like a back glass. The whole thing is interactive, and to me, it kind of takes away from the game.
Yeah.
I know like, it may not seem like it, but and I know that the back glass is always really there to either help you through like the
Stories.
story of the game, um, or let's say what it says. Okay, let me finish. So it was cool, but it's not my cup of tea. My wife liked it because it's really colorful and chimey and stuff like that. The the Mandalorian cap, I can give her to take it. It's not really a thing for me. Um, I think it's overplayed. I think that it's really really overdone. I think it's overhyped. I think this is a really, really basic tables. I think that the rules for the tables are really basic, and I just don't. I think that it won't take you. If you're a pinball player, I don't think that it take you a long time to get like wizard level status on that thing. I don't. I just don't think that it's gonna be. I just don't see it. I mean, I think that Disney making the show hyped it up real good for them to remake it and give them some content, but
Yeah.
in the long run, I don't think it's it. Now they had Godzilla there. Godzilla is that ish.
Yeah, that game looks pretty cool. That one, Halloween looks really cool to me too. Halloween with those hedgerows, it looks really cool to me.
Yeah. Tomorrow from what you call it gaming. I can't even think of the name of the company. The Halloween table.
Hmm.
I didn't like it.
You didn't? Oh,
No.
so you played it? Okay, I've never played. I just like the looks of the
I,
hedges
pl-
and stuff
I
in it.
played it last year when it came out. It came out right at this time last year.
Okay.
Right when the show was last year, and they brought three of those tables, and they bought three of the can't think what's the other one they had. What's his name, man? I can't think of the name of it. But off the top of my head, because I don't have notes prepared because I'm just walking in the house.
You're
People, I'm
fine.
sorry, just walking in the house. So they I, I like the other table better. What was it called? Something. What you call it, man? I can't think of it. But where he gets big. It's the Japanese storyline, and he gets big. Can't think of it. I don't know.
Oh,
Man, I can't think of it. He's like a
Mothra
fighter.
and stuff.
Yeah, he's not. He turns. Yeah, like they have something where he cross over and he fights like some of the Mothras and the Godzillas. But he's like what you call it, man? Ultraman.
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 Okay, yep.
Ultraman. The Ultraman cab. I like that a lot better. The only thing about the Ultraman cab is that to me they're both the same. They're the same cab with different art to me.
Mm.
So it's a little weird.
Yeah, like so like an MSRP on one of these like LE Stern, like they're talking about the Mando pinball, the limited edition one's like 10 grand from the store, but that's not what you can buy it for. You're not going to find anybody selling that one for 10 grand. The other one's like 9 grand, and then the
Dude,
next one
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I went to
people sell for like
they had a bunch of forums, right? A bunch of forums at the expo this year, and one of the ones I went on was pinball because I really like pinball. You know, if anybody watches my content, I know you've seen it. Me and Brad are kind of alike, and that's how me and him kind of got together before all this started. Was that both of us we travel to different pinball events like all around the country. We don't go to most of the events. I don't go to the events. He goes to some of the events, but I go to mostly like some of the like the museums and some arcades and things like that that are supposed to be pretty big in pinball. There are pinball tables that are going for way more than they should be going for right now.
Yeah.
Inside of that lecture, the expo thing, they had one of the guys that was there was a local guy that deals in pinballs. His name's Captain. I feel bad. It's Captain. Hold on, don't give me the line because I actually got him in my phone.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, I got him in my phone because actually I was looking at buying a pinball table from him.
I like the look of the Turtles cabinet. Has anybody played the Turtles pinball?
The Turtles pinball is actually pretty nice. It's really nice.
Look, the side of it I love it's like the OG comic art and
it looks good. It's golly, okay, his name is Kevin, but I think it's Captain something Captain. I feel so bad. So people watching the stream, please don't hate on me and crucify me because I'm really tired.
Yeah, right. You got a busy weekend.
Chosen, what's going on, man? Hey, what's happening? Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I don't have notes. So when we go back over this stuff again, and of course I'm making, I'm gonna have some film and everything, highlighting some of the stuff that happened there. But like he was telling me, he actually had somebody that was there on the panel, that's a customer of his. That's Toy K and her little stuff.
That's pretty cool.
They bought one out and bought a table from Captain's Auctions out there or whatever, the big auction that everybody talks about and it's always streamed about or whatever. And the problem that they had is that the table that they bought was worth about maybe $7,000. They bought an F-14. That's exactly what he bought. He bought it.
I was like, wait, you're talking about like a jet?
No, the F-14 Tomcat table.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck?
So he bought an F-14 Tomcat table, which is, I love the table. I think the table, that table is dope. I love the table. I love it virtual and I love it in person. It is not as dope as it is actually to me. It's not as dope as it is in person. I mean, in person it's okay. It's really good. It's got a lot of lights and shines if you did all the upgrades, but the virtual always has all the upgrades. So I think I expected more out of it when I played the real thing than I got. So it's a little weird. But I was told that the table is only worth about $4,000 or $5,000, maybe $6,000 in perfect condition. The guy paid about $15,000 for it at Captain's.
I wonder, didn't Cool Toy buy a pinball machine from Stern recently? Do you know which one he got?
I saw it. I don't
I'm
remember.
gonna look it up real quick on this
Check it out.
video.
Yeah, it was something that I know that we all know it, but it was a newer pinball too. It was a newer
Yeah, I
pinball.
imagine it's new. I think he just got it. Oh, he got the Avengers one, I think.
Maybe
Which, yeah, so he got the Avengers
Stranger
one.
Things.
It's a very pretty looking machine,
Stranger
that's for sure.
Things. He bought a Stranger Things. That's right.
Oh, I'm on his website. It says about a new Stern pinball machine from Amazon, and it's the Avengers one. But
Oh, he bought another one. He bought an Amazon. He bought a.
well, he
Okay,
has a bunch of them in his garage, I think.
okay. So he's got the Avengers and Stranger Things. The Avengers table is cool. Um,
Yeah,
I like it. It was all right. Oh, he said cool toy caught him. He bought a couple. Okay,
yeah,
that's
he
cool.
bought
That's
a
good to
couple
know.
of them.
I like it because he's actually about to start making more content too. That's kind of cool. As him and Steve is back on. He's got his channel is growing back up, so he's going to be making some more content too. So we're ready to see some of these guys that were really putting a lot of stuff into the community about a year and a half, 2 years ago, man, coming back out with some content, man. These guys are really
Yeah,
them.
I was talking to Steven about his show and stuff, and I was actually might do some of those with him, but
That's
then
cool.
my life happened, and I was like, I don't know, like, so maybe I'll stop in once in a while, But
Yeah, I mean, Steve. I like Steven,
oh,
man.
I like him too.
I like him because he just
He's
keep
a
it real,
smart
man.
dude, and he likes to learn how to do stuff, and
But
he
I
tinkers
like
and stuff.
I like the fact that he just keeps it real. It's
Yeah,
like, this isn't, like when he was like everybody was like ragging him about certain stuff. He was talking about his business, man. I really like the fact that he was really focusing on his business because his business is more of a forever model for him. Like, hey, let's make this for my family forever. My kids, my wife,
yep.
I can pass this on as a legacy. Like, I like the YouTube thing, but the YouTube thing isn't my business. It's a hobby, and I like I can easily say you can make a little bit of money with it, but it was a hobby. And once once you get that realization, that you have to put some of these things in priority. Man, that was kind of cool, man. I like the fact that he did that, man. Me and him talked. We talked a lot. Before he like stopped streaming. We didn't say a lot. We talked off and on a couple times, and I really
Yeah.
miss him, man. I can't wait to see him come back, man. I think that he's dope. I'm glad that I'm gonna say this. I'm glad he got away from all the fake stuff,
Yeah.
through the community. I'm glad he got away from that stuff and got his stuff together, man.
Well,
His stuff.
maybe I'll do it with him because, as you know the reason why I thought something was going to happen, and then it didn't. But
Yeah,
there's always tomorrow.
yeah.
But yeah, so like maybe I will help him do that show. It's not going to conflict with ours either. So it'd be
No, that's cool. I mean, dude,
so,
look, I'm totally good. Like we're actually moving times. If you can, and I'm saying that like I didn't ask you first, but I guess I can put
no,
it
you
out.
just wanted to do it
You
earlier.
can
Like you
always you
said.
can always yell at me on stream, and I can take it like a big boy. Put my big boy draws on. You can yell at me, but I think we're gonna be moving to 6 o'clock if that's cool with you.
Yeah. That's fine.
Kind of find out that like we said it last week that we had actually started our time a little earlier, and we found out that other people were streaming in our time slot that we had already established, and we weren't getting any views. So hey, what do? You got to move, right?
Yeah.
If they're taking the views, then we got to move uh elsewhere to other times. It's fine with me. I keep you keep shuffling. I keep shuffling with you. It ain't nothing but a dance, right?
Yeah.
So other cool things. I know I'm talking about all my stuff this weekend, but I want
You're fine.
and I guess because I'd rather tell you guys about it. The few people that are here, hope that you like it. But I got a chance to we all got a chance to meet the voice of NBA
Boom
Jam,
shakalaka.
Tim. Yeah, Kizro. I can't
That's
pronounce
cool.
his last name. Mr. Tim. He was a really good guy. I mean, dude, I had a sit down talk with him, man. He was so cool. He made me get stuff. So I got the his DVD
Yep.
insert coin. He signed it for me. That was pretty cool. Um, he did a Blitz poster for me.
That's nice.
He signed that for me, and he also did like just his own poster. So
Oh, that's cool.
that was pretty cool for the NBA
He
Jam.
seems like a cool dude. I know Zhang from my arcade had him on that one little party they had, and he seemed like a really cool dude.
Dude, he's super nice, man. Like I'm gonna tell you what's funny. Like we were recording some stuff, and how nice he is. I bought some like my video rig was
Hmm.
set up, and I had my audio set up on some lavaliers and things like that, trying to send signal. I had two separate signals coming into my camera, processing, doing the mix down and everything.
Yeah.
While on the fly, and funniest thing. So one of my mic was plugged for my lavalier was plugged into the camera, which canceled volume, the audio from the camera. The other side was not plugged into the receiver, and everything was on. So I was getting signal to my signal lines. I was getting my signal. My lavaliers were on, but there was no sound going to my camera.
Hmm.
So when I realized it, I was like, man, I can't believe we had all this fun in front of the camera, and I
Oh,
didn't get a chance to, and I didn't get any sound. He was like, he saw me, like he didn't even I didn't say anything. I was like across the way. I had to walk the way to a table, like across the hall, like this like
yeah.
hallway thing that's in between the halls. And he walked over. He said, "Hey, Mike." He's calling by now. He said, "Hey, Mike, is there a problem?" I was like, yeah. I said, well, it's my fault. It's all good. I said, we had such a good time over there. It was so organic. I said, but I realized something. I didn't get any of the audio.
Yeah.
He was like, that ain't a problem, man. Let's do this. He said, man, he said, he said, plug that thing back in and let's just chop it up, man. He's like, let's just have fun. Let's just talk and have fun, man. And dude,
That's
we
cool.
did, man. It was dope, man. He
How
was,
cool is that?
I
Talk
mean,
about being a good character and being a good human being. That sounds like a pretty awesome dude.
he oh, chosen, please, yes, Lord. Look, I'm an honest guy. I'm gonna keep it 100% honest with you. So, a lot of people do stuff and they take credit for stuff that they don't do. Okay, that's rampant in this. Endless to tell you, a lot of people take credit for a lot of stuff they don't do. I
Yeah,
don't.
I think that like I didn't realize how many people got their thumbnails made by people. I was
Yes,
that shook me. I
yes.
was like, wait, what?
Like there are people who have
That never even crossed my mind to
they
do
have
that.
there are people who have contracts with people who send their stuff out. There are people who don't they don't edit their videos, they don't set up their streams, they don't make their thumbnails. All they do is sit in front of a camera, they make their content, they ship everything off.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I used to do it when I thought it when I couldn't really figure it out,
Hmm.
but it's expensive. Thumbnails aren't a lot.
Know what video editing is.
Yeah, it
Even
can be.
like low end cost video editing would be like $30 an hour, and that's super low end
Yeah.
cost
It
video.
does all look the same because they're all getting their stuff done.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you said Mason has the game on lock. Well, see, Mason actually made my first he made my first logo and my first intro. The problem with Mason is busy.
Yeah, he has a lot
Mason's
of people.
producing a lot of big stuff right now, and you know, and I hate to say it, I love Mason, but I know that what you're getting out of Mason right now is a lot of stuff that he's squeezing out because he has a lot of stuff to do. Like he's making really good quick stuff, but he has bigger projects that he's dealing with. Like he's
Yeah.
doing stuff for Ralph, man. Like and like that stuff is like TV show quality, man. This stuff is really
Yeah.
nice.
I
And
bet you can bust out a thumbnail pretty quickly. Like it's only the video editing thing that I bet you makes him go a little slower. And
yeah,
maybe that doesn't either. Like
well, I mean, he's probably busting out a thumbnail on his phone.
yeah,
I mean,
I don't know about that, but
well,
sure.
the reason why I'm saying that is because I can bust out a thumbnail on my phone now.
Yeah, you
If you
could,
if like
but
how we
I just don't
like
think it'd be that great.
I can bust. Check this out. If we're gonna do a challenge, I can bust out a thumbnail in 10 minutes.
Quicker
It's,
than I can make a thumbnail in Photoshop in 10 minutes.
I can. Want me to tell you why? Because I'm not gonna go as deep as you're gonna go. I'm gonna go into Canva. I'm gonna pull up all the Canva utilities,
Uh-oh.
and
This sounds
and
like a challenge.
it's gonna be done. But I mean, but it's gonna look a lot like the rest of them. You know, as long as I have,
No. Here, well, I'll take that challenge, but do I have to make it from scratch? Because you're making it from scratch, or can I?
yeah. If we're gonna do it, we got to do it.
Well, we should do that sometime. Let's do it next video we do. Well, that'd be fun. We'll do like a little 10-minute thing, and then we'll give the chat us like what kind of thumbnail we have to make, so we won't know what it is. We'll just get it in real time.
That's cool. That's dope.
And
we can do that.
You might win. But I think that Photoshop might beat you, and I feel like this is going to be like man versus machine.
Well, I mean, the thing, what I'm saying is that I looked at some of the utilities that they have out there, dude. They're not. I mean, I'm not saying like, see, you're an artist.
Well, no. So that was what I was going to say. Maybe I should not be allowed to use Photoshop. Maybe I'll use like Microsoft 3D Paint or something. Cool. So it's like a basic version.
He says I use free app on phone. It takes 10 minutes tops. See, I mean, it's not. I guess just like with these streaming apps, like what we're streaming over now, is a web-based streaming app. Like, so I do use OBS. I use OBS in the background. Yeah. So we have OBS in the background, which runs all of our stuff through, like to make sure it's high def and that, we get all the intros, we get the sound, the scene changes, all of that stuff. So you have your stream deck here, everything's here. What you're seeing on the screen, I'm not controlling from the stream, I'm controlling from the stream deck. So it's just from OBS to there. But I'll be honest, I didn't set up my OBS. I'm still, OBS changes every day. Like that is that thing, it just changes all the time, man. It's really hard to keep up with it if you're not somebody that's in it all the time.
It's pretty advanced.
Yeah,
it's pretty advanced. It's like a whole television switcher, like whole television studio built into it.
It is, and I'm getting to the point now where I can make scenes and I can do things. Yeah. But I'll be the first person to tell you, hey, I have a OBS guy. I do, man. If I want it done right and I want it set up and I want it looking a certain way. Now, everything else you see set up, like the background that you see here inside of the stream and everything, man, I did. That's easy. I mean, but as far as setting stuff up, like my gameplay, like if you guys go to my gameplay video, and Endless Man, you talked about it. Like I stopped making gameplay video because I went to a 2PC setup. So when I went to the 2PC setup, I wasn't using my graphics card, my bigger graphics card that was in my gaming PC. My secondary PC, my streaming PC had a much lesser graphics card, and my streams, even though they were in 1080p or they were 4K streamed down to 1080p, looked like crap. They're like shit. They were horrible. I didn't even want to stream them out. I didn't want to do anything. So I mean, it was just a thing, and now that I have it back together, I went and got a 1650, just for my. I got an SSL form factor i7. I think it's an 8th or 9th generation i7 with 16 gigs of RAM in there, and a 1650 and some other stuff. And now it has NVENC, and it has and all of the codec that it needs to do it. So I mean, my streams they look golden now, but
you're crispy as crispy can be.
So I mean, it makes a difference. It really makes a difference, I
think I was calling people's cameras that look really nice, crispy, and then I realized that I watched some TikTok and some like young girl said that to somebody else, and I'm like, oh crap. I was like, am I cringe because I'm all old and I just use like young kids language? Probably.
Look, there's Nick Madison. Hey, dude, let me tell you something.
What's up, Nick?
I'm gonna go ahead and break this down, man.
What? This guy, Nick is the amazing man in the world.
This guy is cool. Wait, I'm from Atlanta, so let me break it down like this. Nick is cooler than a polar bear toenails. Oh hell, Nick is cool. That dude is cool, man.
Nick is a really nice guy.
I hang out with this dude. I hang out with him any day of the week, man. He's polite, he's courteous, and he's a real gentleman, man. This guy is a really nice guy, man. I can hang out with him anytime, man. He really made part of the trip really, really good, man. I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. Those are some nice things to. Oh, well, Nick, I hope you're blushing.
See, do a bunch of stuff in Streamlabs, but my community, a lot of people, it's at a great quality. Also because we can't monetize. Yeah, I mean. You know what? I'm be honest with you, and I'm everybody's different. So I've talked to Endless about this. I've talked to Nick. I mean UAG. I've talked to Ralph. Everybody, and when my channel was out a long time ago, and I was doing it, and I was chasing the numbers, and I was thinking about the monetization and all this other stuff. It was cool, but I don't care now. I think it's weird. Like I don't care, dude. I'm for you guys that are here and you're here having this conversation with us and you're watching this, man. Like we haven't even really talked about gaming that much today. We're talking about the show, the gaming convention, but
Mm-hmm.
I do it and we do it. I'm gonna say not me because it's never a me. It's a we. We're a team.
Same
We
by
do it because we really enjoy the camaraderie and the conversation we get to have with you guys, man. If it was
Yeah.
about money, please,
Yeah,
it,
there's other ways I could spend my time doing other things to make money that would probably make me more money than doing this.
yeah, Nick, man, hey, dude, man, you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I don't say this very often. I got a chance to meet Nick in person for the last 3 days, and Nick is old school quality human. He's old school quality people. He's like, he reminds me of the person that you met, like, man, back in the day in the, 70s, 80s, and when people still had dignity and respect, and and you just had a really good time being around him. And man, he's a good guy. So I'm just, I'm just gonna put that out there. It's true. So we say, Chosen, you said you're gonna he says, I'm gonna upgrade. Can I look like you guys? Hey man, you know what it is? The trick with looking like us is the camera, bro. It's the
Yeah.
glass, baby.
Yep.
It's the glass. That's all it is. Don't let nobody fool you. It ain't it now. The glass and the camera. Oh, it's dumb expensive. It can be dumb expensive. I'm probably looking at you. I'm talking to you through over $1,000 worth of gear.
Yeah, mine originally cost that, but you could buy all my stuff now for probably
Yeah,
$300. But it
yeah.
originally was like $1,200. But it's like a 12-year-old camera or 10-year-old camera.
It was you can. That's what I'm saying. You can do this stuff. Like I do now know now that like with the so I use a lot of mirrorless stuff. So like the Sony, like I'm using the SVE10, but like the A1,
Yes, that's like the
A1000, 4000,
popular. Yes,
2000.
that's a good camera though. It does a good
It's
job
great,
of giving you a
dude.
crisp
This camera
image.
is great. But if you get the 4000 or something like that, you can pick them up for about $100, 150, $200. And I know it's gonna sound crazy, but they have like these little hacks. These little Sony have the script hacks inside for the code, and you can do clean HDMI once you run that script. And dude, you essentially have a camera that will run as long as you want it to run. It won't overheat. It'll be clean HDMI. It's mirrorless. It's light. It accepts Sony mount. What's it, Z mounts or whatever these things are called? Z mount
Yeah,
lenses. And dude, you're under $300. Now the glass, I mean, that's when you start going to you go to Amazon, eBay, whatever, man, and just picking up used glass. It's a lot of people out here who do this, man, who buy, dude, almost everything on my setup I bought was either a gift or I got counted used or a discount. My
yeah,
my stream deck, I paid $50 for my stream deck. My XDR my my XLR, it was a little bit more expensive. My microphone is a really nice mic. It's a Shure mic, but it was given to me. Literally, I have a friend that I did a job for with his car, with his BMW. He's in broadcasting and he bought me a Shure mic. So like I didn't pay for all of this stuff. I mean, you kind of get it. Like I use my same gaming headsets, my gaming headphones because they're quality. They're artist headphones. So I just you build it out what you can. Like my first setup didn't have all that stuff in it. I just put it all together.
yeah. My first setup, I was just using a Logitech camera, which I had this DSLR, but the only reason I'm able to use this DSLR as a webcam is because of the pandemic.
The recent, yeah,
Pandemic, Canon came out with a plugin that lets you install the driver and plug in to let you use it like this.
yeah,
So that's the
yeah.
only reason I'm able to do it is because the pandemic made Canon do it.
Yeah, it made everybody do it. It was Canon and a couple. I think Canon, and a couple
Because
of
I
other
have a DSLR, it's not mirrorless. Like,
Yeah, everybody had to
so,
do it, man. It was kind of cool. Like I
yeah.
saw the all the software that they was throwing out. They were throwing out everywhere.
It's great. It works great. It does a great job. But if you want like a cheaper one, I know the Elgato camera, the face cam, does a great job for it
Dude,
being
that
just a
camera is
static cam.
nice, man. That camera is nice, but I think it has an autofocus on it too. I think it
No,
has like, does
I
it?
want to say it does, but it has the ability to be changed in software.
Okay, okay.
Like I think that like you can open up the software and change it because that's one thing that people said that camera is like surprisingly, and then it lets you change stuff like um maybe the ISO and f-stop. I don't know, but I know it has a couple other things built into it too.
Yeah, I know. Ralph was using it this weekend on his mobile rig. Like that's where
Yeah.
when you see that camera, you see the camera that him and Nick are on. They're streaming and stuff a lot, and you see us in the background, and we're like jumping around and at Stringer's place and everything, which everybody was tripping out on.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
place is crazy, man. It's like,
dude. Let me tell you something.
is that a basement or a garage?
That's his basement.
Oh, okay.
This shit is unreal. I thought
Oh,
myself.
dude, it was like a legit arcade. He had hockey tables and hockey tables and
he has a claw machine.
yeah, I want
Full
a
of
claw
toys.
machine so bad.
Dude, he has a claw machine. He has a skee ball. He has a claw machine. He has like, dude, he's working on stuff that's gonna make it even better. He has like the Mortal Kombat. It's like he's you can switch between Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2. He has like the turtles. He has the pinball. The you know what I'm saying, like the pinball table. He's got the golden tee. He's got the big buck hunter projected in over 100 inches, dude.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that. Yep.
It's a Killer
That's
Instinct
funny.
full cab. NBA Jams full cab. He's got Space Invaders. You name this shit, man. He's got a Daytona USA sit down cab, man. That is awesome. The haptics on that bad boy, man, is great. I say is great. I'm country,
That's
so
awesome.
I gotta mind me. They are great.
Man, I wish there is nothing like that near me. Like for me to find an arcade cab near me, this shit's like
$2,000. Well, okay. So let's get back. Let's get back to what we're talking about. We're talking about Southern Fried, right?
Yeah.
So when I did the panels, that was what I really went to the panels for. I went to the panels because, me and you talked about, I'm gonna be moving, eventually. Oh, you want a stacker? Oh, that's cool. That'd be cool.
Oh, sorry, I keep yelling.
So I'm gonna be moving, and my wife told me that I can have the basement. So I don't want to get ridiculous. Like I have about 2 pinball tables, like full size pinball tables, that I really want. And actually, I got an offer to buy one of them. Well, one of 3 that I really want this weekend. From the gentleman that was hosting the seminar, he actually has one for sale with some cool upgrades and mods on it. So I'm really considering it. I'm not saying it's out of my budget. It's just I got to really prioritize what I want to do right now. And I don't know if I have the space for it. If I buy it, it's kind of going to sit unused until I get ready to do something else. You get what I'm saying? But I want to build a really nice arcade, and I think it's gonna be reflective. But I want, and I can say this much about from the stuff like for me going into those events where they talked about it. They talked about being able to find the cabinets that you want, and maybe you get a cabinet that you're not necessarily as enthusiastic about.
Yeah.
But you get the cab, you get it, and you find out that there are people out there that are enthusiastic about that cab. Just because it's not your cup of tea or it's not like the thing that rings your bell, it's ringing somebody's bell.
Yeah, that sounds like they're looking for people to preserve the products.
Yeah,
Stuff, yeah.
They're just saying like really basically they were talking about flipping a lot. Get what you can, get it at a good price.
Yeah, I got other shit to do with my life than that. No offense to anybody that does it. I can't. I got a house that I bought that was it needs a lot of work, and I've slowly been doing that. So yeah, it's what I mean. You know how life goes. Some people are in unique situations. Some people maybe not so much, and then some people,
It's one thing I can say this: the pandemic, my old setup for you guys that watched me before, it looked nothing like this. The pandemic afforded me to get this because hey, guess what? I didn't go anywhere and didn't do anything.
Yeah,
I still made
didn't
money.
go anywhere. Didn't do anything.
But I made money, and my wife was like, "Hey, she wanted me to be happy. She wanted me to really enjoy what I was doing. She started this whole thing off. Let me just go ahead and
Oh, beautiful one. It's your fault.
yes, it's her fault. We talked about this camera because I really want to do is just really get more into photography, and I wanted a nicer setup and maybe something I could use multi-purpose.
Yeah.
So we had looked at some stuff, and I saw the Sony ZV-E10, and I was like talking about how much I really liked it, blah 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 blah. Lo and behold, Christmas morning, which was not that far away, I thought I was getting something totally different. I opened it up, and Sony
And you got
ZV-E10.
a Red Riding BB gun.
Yeah.
Red
So
Riding.
guess what the problem is with her getting me the Sony ZV-E10 was though.
That
Now,
she wanted it.
no, I hooked it up. I did my stream in my old setup with that camera, with this camera.
Yep.
My setup looked like trash. It reflected it. It reflected the good camera setup reflected the trash behind me. And I was like, man, oh my God. This is what people see when they look behind me. This is what they see when they see me. You know, like I was like, man, I need a green screen. I need something. I need to do something.
Wow.
And it really, I was like, okay, so now I want to do this. I kind of want to get into so I never buy full price caps for sure. Why would you? You shouldn't do it. You know, like hey man, full price.
I have. I'm a sucker. And that's okay. You can make fun. I paid Tron full price because I wanted it first, but I didn't get it.
Dude, that's art.
There was a delay.
That was art. Don't do that.
Nobody plays. You can't see it right now.
Art. Once again, art. It's different.
Over there.
Buying art is different. Everybody out here already knows that when you buy those cabs, you buy them because they look so good, and to have them beside each other is the holy grail. That
we'll have that in Star Wars next to each other, which is pretty cool looking.
Yeah,
I like that better than Tron and that one next to each other. But yeah,
for real.
Yeah, I like it. It looks cooler. Like, I'm not gonna move the camera. It does.
Don't worry about
I have it on my Instagram. Do you follow me on Instagram?
Yes.
Gavin?
Yes.
Well, then you should have seen it.
I mean, I just don't remember all.
Well, because Tron is a little taller. Like it's taller, so it looks wonky to me. I don't know. I'm just being weird. I like symmetry.
Yeah, I do too. If you look at it, like everything that goes back, it's like I have. If you look, let me see where my finger is. So if you look over,
where's your finger? Sorry,
my legend is in the middle, and I have cabs on either side of it, flanking it, so that they're kind of symmetrical. I don't know. I get it. I'm with it too. Like I'm gonna tell you the thing that drives me the most crazy in here is I have my television hooked up for my consoles, and I bought a little miniature sofa to sit in front of it. My pinball machine sits off on the other side of it, and I can't sit my sofa directly in front of my TV, or I can't sit at my desk. It drives me absolutely crazy.
Why don't you get like a fun recliner that takes up less room or something if it's only you like that? Maybe a beanbag.
Well, it's small. It's teeny weeny. It's like a little miniature,
like a love couch.
Yes, it's super small. It's the IKEA joint. It's small, but it's
get a small sex couch. Sorry. Oh, you know what? I'll talk about. Like I just ordered today, a transformer, not this one, but it's like a camera, and it turns into 3 transformers.
Oh wow,
that's pretty cool. Yeah, I got it on GameStop. It's on sale right now. It's usually like $79, and it was $59. And it turns into it's like the old school transformers that we grew up with, where you'd like combine them to make something. So yeah, I've always loved the big. I don't have it, but the big Devastator, the big you know what I'm talking about. The green.
Yeah, I know Devastator. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell is it? The backhoes and stuff.
Oh, you're talking about the one that was
construction equipment. I couldn't.
You talking about?
It's been a long day. Devastator is his name, though. That's what it is. He turns and like takes the cement truck.
Yeah,
and backhoe and.
Now you got me messed up, man.
I know. I effed you all up. It's because I discombobulated myself to nonsense. I was just bumbling around there.
No, you're good, dude. I got you. Let's see.
Well, if you like Transformers, go check that out. No, I also just picked myself up an Xbox. Series X, so that'll be coming. I did that because I wanted to be able to. That was another reason. I was like, I ended up buying my brother an Xbox Series X, and then he was like, "Oh man, we used to play games all the time back in the day on Xbox," and I was like, "Yeah." Until I felt bad, and I was like, "Well, I'll get one too," and I got one for him because he's going through a tough time right now, and my family and I chipped in on it, so he was super happy. It like made his day.
Okay, so it is there were the Constructicons.
Yes,
and they formed Devastator.
Okay, so it was the Constructicons, and they formed Devastator.
Yes,
So
sir.
Devastator is the big robot, but then I don't know what all those little guys are called.
All right, Meatball. Man, thanks for coming by. I know we're just rambling, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, now we're just chatting about nonsense.
But I wanted to share something with you guys, so I'm gonna share it. Let me see if I can bring it up. See if it'll come up. It'll open.
Yeah, Laserbeak. I got Laserbeak here.
Okay, so let me see. So I wanted to share this with the group. Okay, where is it? Where did it go? Okay, there it goes. Why is it not sharing? Is it not sharing? Okay.
Oh.
There it goes. There we go.
Oh, look at that picture.
Yeah, so that was like all of the streamers that like just the YouTubers that we knew that came out real quick to do some stuff, man. That was pretty cool, man. My wife took the picture. We had a couple people take pictures. So that's the guy. That's the guy in the middle right here with the hat on, with the black shirt. Yeah. That's him. His wife. That's the one I was talking about getting the pinball for. You see Brad right there.
Oh, nice.
You see Ralph right there next to me. UAG. And you see OTG over there, and we just had a great time, man. Oh, it was dope, man. It was dope, man. I can't emphasize, and it was more streamers there besides this, but all of us came to the streamer room, like where they like it was
that's cool.
It was UAG, Ralph, the captain gentleman, and the guy in the blue shirt, which both of these guys are way bigger streamers than me. I just haven't seen their content.
Yeah.
But hey, man, like they were cool, man. Everybody came in there to support each other, and it was dope, man. It was really cool. I really had a good time with that. It was really cool. So that was just a picture. I wanted to show you that, man. That was, if I could show you anything else before we get to that, I just wanted to show you that first.
Well, thank you, because that's super cool and makes me jelly.
Oh, don't be jelly. That just gives you
jealous.
It gives you reason to come back next time, man.
Yep. There you go, chosen one. There's your laser beak.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
See, you got the good toys, man. You talk about me, but you got the good stuff, man.
No, I only have this guy. That's my only Transformer I really have. Yep. Because he was my favorite growing up.
What was his name again?
Soundwave?
Shockwave. Yeah.
Soundwave.
Shockwave
was the purple guy.
Okay.
But that is a character. So
Shockwave was the gun, right?
Yes, it was like a weird purple laser gun.
Yeah, I had Shockwave. As a toy. I did.
But this is like a fancy one that's like just like it's not the OG one. It was a limited edition one that came out in 2000 that I bought, and it came with like a bunch of crap, and I still have it all. It has a fancy box. I think you could buy it online for like $100 or something now, but I paid like $49 for it at the time. So it hasn't gone up in value that much. And if you like it, you can buy it.
I got you. I'm just upset, like, because I kept all my toys. Like, I still have some of my original G.I. Joes and stuff, and some of the stuff that I had before.
Oh, that's cool. People will buy those on eBay, like Lickety Split. Probably the guy from the Robot Chicken.
Well, this is the crazy thing, is like I had almost, I ain't gonna say all the Transformers, but I had all of the Jets. I had Starscream.
Those are my favorite. Is all the Jets. I like the black and purple one.
It was three of them, right?
Yeah, Starscream,
Jetstream, or I don't know. But you had to take their wings off to transform them. You remember?
Yeah.
So
Or like
they
they added extra to the wings, I think the ends
well
or
no
something.
they plugged into these holes. You
Yep.
took them off, you transformed it, and then you stuck them back on after they went from either jet to robot. Well, all of the transformers, then you took all these little parts off to the die cast metal ones from the early '80s. You took them apart and you had to do, and you put the stuff back together. The guns. My mom, she didn't want me to lose parts, so she super glued all of the parts onto my transformers and destroyed them.
Well, yeah, because plastic it probably melted partially. It turned it into
Dude,
like
I looked at how
superfused
much
it.
some of these things are going for, and like all
Oh
my
man, don't do that to yourself.
like like I still have my power glove is still at her house. Which Stringer has a power glove. I have my original power glove with all of the adapters and everything.
Oh, nice.
I have 12-inch GI Joes and I have the small GI Joes because when I was
Sorry.
bless you. They had my dad them had the bigger ones. And they went down to a smaller one.
Those
Um,
old school GI Joes are huge. Are like the OG ones before they made them smaller when we were kids. Like when
yeah,
our
so
parents were younger, those things are worth bank. Like my
I have
mom was saying, my mom was like, I
12 inch.
used to have old GI Joes. They
I
were
had
like
I
this
have a
big.
12-inch. I have one
Yeah.
12-inch GI Joe. I need to bring it up. Oh, he's on Mask. That was my show. Da da.
Mask was awesome.
Mask was awesome, dude. It was
Oh
so
man.
before its time, bro.
There's a
Actually,
freaking comic book shop near me that sells a couple of the toys in them. I'm always like, I want to buy those, but they're
dude, I actually
crazy expensive.
I have every episode of Mask.
Oh no, like the toys. They have all the toys.
Yeah, but I'm saying I have every episode of the cartoon.
Oh well, that's cool. Now I'm gonna probably look it up and see if I can buy it because I loved that cartoon.
Yeah, I have it. Well, I could probably just send it to you in
Oh well, you sneaky boy.
just send it to you in a drive file. I'm like, yeah. Don't do that to yourself. You
Yeah,
say,
okay.
oh,
I'm
you
okay
still have
with that.
Condor? Whoa, that's good. That's cool. That's cool. That's
Nice.
cool.
Yeah, I don't have really any toys from growing up. Like, I feel my brother blames me. Like, we had every GI Joe he bought because he was old enough to like buy them, and I was buying them, and my other brother was buying, and we were kind of combining them all. And we had like one of those brown paper bags from the grocery store filled halfway up with just GI Joes, just the figures, not like
Dude.
So that's like
Is
this much GI Joes, and I think my parents threw it out, or the neighbor who hated us stole it because she would steal our ball and stuff. She like pushed me over when I was building a snowman. That crazy bitch is dead though. F her.
Did you guys used to do like we had a friend and all of us had GI Joes, but it's like we had just a couple of like the same, but we all like we had enough to like have like all the GI Joes, like and plus like a lot of the extras and stuff like that.
And stuff,
so
like the planes,
we would go out in his backyard. They had this hill.
Yeah, and we'd dig out trenches and
trenches and stuff.
Yeah,
and we would like pour water down the trenches.
Right.
Do all this stuff. It was stupid, man. We had so much.
Yeah, we did all that shit, man. Like my brother just made the joke. He's like, dude, I bet you if you went back to our original house and like dug up the backyard near the garage, you'd find hundreds of GI Joes in there. Because like
crazy.
The rain would come down off our garage and make these little divots and stuff.
Yeah.
So we made it like a little stream. We'd put water in there, just like what you're talking about. And then we had like a bush that we like built like we'd take branches off the bush and make little smaller trees around it, and now people like make cool photography where they take sparklers. I never thought of that as a kid.
Yeah,
but some of that stuff's really neat now when
they take all these close-up macro photos of all these
Yes.
figurines and stuff, and they look like they're in these real life situations. That shit is so cool. There's an autistic kid, man. He's dope. I do have him on my Instagram too. I follow him. I just gotta remember what his name is. And like he's really big into like he does like all these cars and scenes and everything. And he adds like he adds in like the little miniature like the figure like our toys and stuff. And it's dope, man. It's dope.
That's cool. Yeah, I got the new Cobra Commander. These things are pretty cool. These GI Joe classified things. These things are fun. Yeah, these are pretty cool.
They almost. So do they? Hold up. Do they have the Kung Fu grip?
Well, they can hold on to guns really well, and you can pop out their hands and put different hands on them.
No, they just gotta have the Kung Fu grip.
Well, they do.
You say you could change it out to the Kung Fu grip.
Yeah, you can. So like He has a, I think one of them, like, because he has one where he's like going like this, like he can hold this ball like Earth in his hand. So
Yeah.
there's like a couple different
Oh,
things.
that was the globe.
Yes, the
The
globe, and
globe,
then
yeah.
like, so like I got Storm Shadow, but this is the like I'm getting another Storm Shadow that's gonna look like the more OG one. I just dropped his little bow,
That's okay.
but he has like a trigger finger. Now I'm going. This is show and tell. Sorry. Yeah, and I got Destro.
Oh, that's cool. You know, I always thought Destro was a pimp, man. Like Destro.
Well, that's why I got his lady friend.
was it?
Because he has
Oh,
the Baroness.
Baroness, yeah.
Yeah,
Hey
look
man,
at those.
I love their story. I love their backstories, man.
Yeah. G.I. Joe was so hammy and weird, and everybody had like this unique skill. It was so fun.
Dude, that shit just
It's
would not
kind of-
work today, dude. Like, can you imagine kids today like really watching G.I. Joe?
No, they would say it's like cultural appropriation and stuff because
Yeah, like they would
like
they would
well,
bag
because
on it
there's
so hard.
a Native American guy that they have, and then there's like a lot of like martial arts based things, and they would say that's kind of
Well,
I think so. I think they would, and I think that's why they haven't made a movie with using all the real like the real true to G.I.
like
Joe
they just did like
hamminess.
Snake Eyes and this. Well, I actually like.
I want to like a moral of the story, like they used to do in the cartoon. At the end, like at the end of the movie, they'd come up and be like, "Okay, boys and girls, today's lesson."
Yeah. G.I. Joe, a real American.
But they can have it all cheesy, like have I like the Hooded Cobra Commander because I think it made him look more evil. It made him look like that because most hooded people are bad. So you gotta take them motherfuckers
That
out.
was a statement made by Endless One Up and not a statement condoned by.
Hey, what do you mean? You can be wearing hoods.
Those
motherfuckers.
So, hey man, so yeah, well, we're having too much fun, Lord.
Well, I thought, my favorite G.I. Joe before we go on, my favorite G.I. Joe ship thing was that black jet for the Cobra people. That was cool.
Dude,
I don't remember, what was that called?
Okay.
Serpentine or something. I don't know. It was cool.
Oh, Serpentor. You know what?
Serpentor, like he was on his.
Serpentor was like that, but he was like
the goblin.
But Serpentor was what? He was like level 3. Like you had levels to G.I. Joe. So he was like you had your first group, then you had your second group. Serpentor was around that third group when you had like refrigerator refrigerator Perry and
I'd say that's after the Dreadnoughts, right?
Yeah, that was after that was after the Dreadnoughts.
I think Dreadnoughts were like second.
And Dreadnoughts were second. And that's when he had what's my man the wrestler. He was 2.
Oh yeah, they had
Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter, refrigerator.
They made a lot of people G.I. Joes, like real people. So
yeah,
you could kind of.
We had refrigerator Perry, and
they had the refrigerator.
I didn't have. I liked refrigerator Perry. He have like green pants and his like game shirt on or something like that.
Yeah, he had like a jersey.
Yeah, he wore a jersey. He was cool.
His weapon
to send away for him too, which was neat. I love that about that stuff.
His weapon was like a
hammer
football,
or something.
It's like a
club
hammer football. It was like a hammer on like a stick or like a chain or something. It was weird.
I remember that. But I like the ones you had to send away for. I don't think we got Sergeant Slaughter though. I don't remember getting him.
The Crimson.
Yeah, the twin. I put a pre-order for the twins and for these classifieds. I don't think I'm going to get them until like the end of the year or the beginning of 2023. But I love those guys. I love like the hammy, cheesy stuff, like Destro the pimp and his like weird Russian Ukrainian lady friend.
So do you
so cheesy?
Do you guys watch?
And then, like the bad guy's a hooded character, and he is they're bad guys. So
do you guys watch G.I. Joe on YouTube? There's
I've seen. Yeah, they plays like 24/7, doesn't it? Yeah,
24/7 G.I. Joe.
What do we got? Snake Eyes. Sorry, I'm just having fun. G.I. Joe and Transformers literally are my favorite toys when I was growing up, and I didn't always have money to get them like most people, because Transformers were crazy expensive. G.I. Joes were a little easier to get. You could get them for, I think they're like $3.99, for a GI Joe or something back in
They
the
were,
day?
I think they were less. They were around there like 3 or 4. Like they were under $5, but at the
Yes.
time, $5 was a lot of money.
It
Like
was, but I can remember my parents. I'd be like, "Can I have $5 to play video games?" And when we go to the mall, and they'd be like, "Yeah, just don't come back and ask me again." you know. So
chose to
they'd
say
be like,
get
either you can get a GI Joe or you can play video games and make a decision. And I think I actually chose video games more often, if I'm being honest. That's probably why I had less.
dude. It's you know what I had
You had
to
to pick and choose.
I had to apologize to my mom, man, because it's like that single parent household thing, and I
Yeah.
thought that when I was growing up, I thought I didn't say I thought my childhood was great. Let me not confuse what I'm about to say, but I thought I didn't really get much. You know, like it's like some kids have a lot of stuff,
Mhm.
and a lot of kids will get stuff. Like Joseph said, he saved up his allowance. I didn't have an allowance. Like that thing that didn't exist in my house. I didn't have an allowance. So the infamous school trades, yeah, you know, and like I was the kid, like I couldn't trade anything because I didn't have any. But I realized that after I got older, and like how we have these conversations, like some of me and some of my friends sit around and have conversations, and realize that, man, I was a lot more blessed than I thought I was. My parents really, well, my mom, she
Yeah.
made some things happen that I just like I couldn't. I remember like we talking about
Yeah.
just
Kudos to your mom.
I wanted that Power Glove so bad. I went to the Nintendo Power Show. I don't know if did the Nintendo Power Show ever come to your city?
No, not where I lived. Is
Okay, so like you remember
nobody wants to go where I live.
when what was the movie Nintendo put out? What you call it, kid?
The Wizard.
The Wizard, right? You remember
Yeah.
the part
Loved
of
it.
that was the Power Show would go around the country.
Hmm.
So when they did it when they did it in the movie, they actually did it in the show. I mean, at the shows also they had it. And I remember, like, man, I wanted it, dude. I wanted that Power Glove so freaking bad. And then my mom, man, I remember going to the store. That thing was $100 in the
Yeah.
80s, like $80 in the early 80s.
Yeah.
That's
It's
like
crazy.
$350 now, like
Yes.
$400 now. That's crazy. Like I remember, even when I was in high school, I could take a $20 bill. I remember my mom and my dad would give me $20. I had when I was driving, I could fill my car up. I could go to the mall, maybe go to the movie with a young female friend that I met at the mall, like for $1, get some popcorn and have a little bit of change left over, bro. Like that's how, like, you know, that shows my age, but dude, like I remember that. And I remember looking, even I was even younger than when I was driving. I'm talking about like 10, 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
This Power Glove. And I you know, I just have to go back and just give my mom and so many of these other parents who really struggle to get their kids this stuff that they want so bad, man. The prop, man. I think it molded me into a good parent. I hear you how you talk about your kids and stuff, man. Stuff like that makes us good parents, man. It makes you want to be a good parent.
Yeah, no, it does. And, you know, even as I was being a parent, I saw opportunities when I could be a better parent.
Yeah.
You know, there's even times now where I'm like, I wish I could go back and do that differently. But, you know, that's just a sign that you tried your best at the time and you're still thinking, you know.
Well, that's cool,
what
man.
I've done,
I'm glad you had a male role model in your life, man, for some of the time, man. You know, my dad, don't get me twisted. I'm not saying my dad wasn't there, but he was there and not there at all at the same time. So you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, my dad has done a lot for me, so I appreciate him. And my mom, they sacrificed a lot. I mean, our moms went back to school to become LPN, not an RN, but an LPN.
Yeah.
And I remember she was like a waitress, and then she'd go to school like at nighttime. And my dad worked during the day, so it was very latchkey kids from the 80s and 90s, you know, where you came home and your parents weren't there.
Yeah,
So.
you read this comment right here. The last line of this comment was so real, man. Like, you know, he never, you know, his mom was great. Like he had no idea that he was poor. You want me to tell you how I found out I was poor? This is a real statement, and I know we're talking, and we're gonna get off pretty soon, man. But we've been
No, you're fine. I like this.
An hour and
It's
14 minutes.
relatable.
Yeah, so I have a friend, and my friend that I grew up with, you know, it was three of us. They said everybody in the city used to call us Three Amigos. So one of my friends is Spanish, one of my friends is white. He's Caucasian, and I'm black. and we were the best of friends. We couldn't be separated. We loved each other. We went to each other's houses. We partook of each other's culture. Like they would come over to my house, eat my grandparents' house. Yeah, I would go over there. Like my friend Steve, he was Spanish. Like that was like in the late '70s, early '80s. Like I was learning all these cultures, and my friend John, like like I got a chance to like participate in all these different cultures. Like at the time, it was kind of cool as a young person. And well, we used to go to John's house, and John's dad was the mayor of our city.
Oh,
John had mom and dad both had good jobs, all this other stuff. So they had something I didn't even know existed. They had a pantry.
yeah, right. I didn't know what one of those were either.
I didn't know what that was. I was like, a pantry. What is this? Like a place you store
stuck shit under our
extra
table.
food. It's like extra food. It's like food for the future. Like, snacks. The fuck is that?
I love it. That's so true. I never even thought of that. Yeah, we just stuck our boxes of fucking cereal on the floor underneath our white little table. His little white table with fold down sides.
Check this
Take
out.
up less room in our tiny kitchen.
My first experience of two things in my life happened in his house, and I OD'd. Like, his parents was like, they couldn't believe that I never had it, because my mom, she didn't take us grocery shop. She barely took us grocery shop because she was like, she worked 2 jobs, so she would go grocery shop. She would come home with grocery. We didn't really go. Me and my sister, we didn't go grocery shop with my mom that much. So, John, we would spend the night. I would say we were maybe about 10 or 11 years old, and we would spend the night at his house. And they had Oreos and Doritos. I had no idea what the fuck either one of those were.
I'm gonna admit something that's horrible, but I had a friend, and he was a good friend, and I loved him. But like, I would purposely, like, if I we didn't have shit in my house, so I knew he always had shit. Like, always had shit. He had like a pantry. He had drawers in his house that were just dedicated for chips and cookies. Like, of course I'm gonna go over your house and if you're gonna share your chips and cookies with me. That's why I'm so chubby now. No, but like, so I had friends that I noticed that I didn't have that stuff available to me, and I would go visit them. Like, I never had, like the Power Glove. So I had a friend that got that, and I got to play with it. I never had like that big crazy G.I. Joe spaceship thing, or the big G.I. Joe aircraft carrier, because those things were like super expensive.
Or all of the Transformers that made Devastator or some shit like that.
Yeah, like I had friends that had those things, but I didn't have those, and I would go hang out with them, and I still thought of them as friends. Now that I'm saying it, it sounds like I was just using people as a child. Now I feel like a bastard.
Yeah, man, that's good. That's cool. We said what did Chosen say? Says, bro, food stamps. Okay, this is the deal. Food stamps were cool, but I'm not gonna say my mom wasn't too good. My mom, I don't, she did well enough to barely be able to support us, but she did. Okay, my mom, she knew something, and I'm gonna say this. This is not a dig on anybody, because I used to work for the government. So let me tell you something. My mom was privy to before I even knew about it. I told my mom at an early age that I kind of wanted to be a federal officer or or agent of public service or something like that. And what I didn't know that in the 80s, they tracked that stuff. And they actually, once we became teenagers and older adults going into college and stuff, that's the reason why they ask you. I don't know how old you are, Chosen, but if you ever remember applying for college or any of that stuff, they would ask you about that stuff. And I know now that in certain security jobs, and if you guys ever work security jobs, dealing with the federal, like dealing with the feds or anything, that stuff like that, if you put that stuff on there, they dig harder back into your background because they don't want you to be susceptible to certain things. They find it, they kind of, I don't want to say it wrong. They didn't want it to be a situation where you may be led astray for money or for family or for friends to help them out. They want to, and I understand like everybody has, their own integrity, but that's
what you're saying makes sense.
It's a real thing.
It's one of the reasons why, like, I do support and stuff, but still, I talk to people. I have to sign an NDA. so I can't talk about whatever the hell it is. So
Yeah.
it's like that, but just that's the legal version of it,
Yeah.
where yours is more. And so I was on food stamps when I was a full time single parent, going like
Yeah.
that was just me working 30 hours a week, going back to school full time, and I needed that. And to Chosen One's point, we did eat well because of it, and I was very thankful for it. It actually made me be able to go back to school, the state assistance. But that's interesting you say that, because I wonder if like that could be a factor why I didn't maybe get a job at one place or another, because at one point I did put on an application that I had, state assistance, I think is the term that they
So,
use
so I'm
on
gonna
the
tell you, like, I
applications.
guess I can talk about it because it didn't really happen. So, yeah, I actually almost was a U.S. Marshal at one point in my time. So, I do know that when you start going into FBI, CIA, U.S. Marshals, ATF, things of that nature, that when they do their background checks aren't like the background checks that you think about. Their
Yeah.
background checks are background checks to see if you're going to be susceptible to giving away intel or secrets dealing with the federal government. And if they find anything in your background that may lead you, or a connection to lead you to be certain things, some people won't get jobs. And I'm not saying that's a factor or it's going to stop you. Understand that there probably are thousands and hundreds of thousands of people that came out of certain situations back then that their
Yeah.
families were on that, and they did really well. I know one of my friends, like they grew up the same way I grew up, and their parents were on stuff, and their kids ended up being in the FBI. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it's a thing, but I do know that was when I asked my mom about that, she was just saying that she worked two jobs. She didn't mind working the two jobs. If she got she and to say this, unless I'm going to and chosen, she would buy the shit out of some food stamps. Now, don't get it twisted. Now, back in the day when the things were paper, she would go buy the shit out of them. Now, yeah, we ate when we ate, but like
Like I get it. Like my parents, like my mom and dad got WIC, and I think they might have been on state assistance because they lived in Section 8 housing,
Mhm.
like the projects back in my hometown, and they I don't know if they were like they had low income, but I don't know, because you have to have low income to be in Section 8. But I don't know if they had, like, because we used to get the silver bricks of cheese and milk and stuff.
I loved all this stuff.
Yeah, and
Make the best macaroni and the best grilled cheese sandwiches
yeah,
ever.
well, but you know what though, man? I think I got fucking milk intolerance from all that damn milk they gave me. That's all I ate. I
Did you
chugged
get
the shit out of it.
did
I
you get
drink.
did y'all get the
I'd
did
eat
y'all get the
blocks
powdered
of
milk?
cheese and white bread, man. Just leave me
Did y'all get
alone.
did y'all get the powdered milk?
Yeah, but we had that too. Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom. I didn't realize that, but my mom recently told me we did.
I
But
used to
yeah,
love that stuff, man. I remember I used to go to this lady's house, and she used to get like all these loaves of bread,
yeah,
butter, and jelly. And we were some horrible kids. We would take butter, it would let it get soft, put the butter on the bread, put the
yeah.
jelly on the bread, put the butter in the jelly in the toaster, and have hot buttered jelly toast.
And it'd be all goopy at the bottom of your
Dude, we probably
toaster.
destroyed the shit out that toaster. We went through loaves of bread. Like one day, it was like six kids. Like she used to keep all of us, man. And we probably
Yeah,
went through like 4 or 5 loaves of bread, man, between all of us, man.
I should try powdered milk now because I have the same problem. I can't. I'll still eat ice cream, but then I'll regret it. But
Oh
it's
yeah,
just so good.
yeah.
I can't not have it sometimes. Well, yeah, I don't know. I can keep talking about nonsense forever.
That's cool. So, hey, Raya, what's going on?
Oh, what's up?
Hey, you just joined
Hello.
in. I'm glad. Hey, I see you were streaming. We're sorry we missed you. I wish we could have clicked in.
Yeah, she was going live right when you were gonna set up the stream, because I was gonna pop in and say what's up to her, because I just did a stream with her
Oh,
today.
so
She's a
sorry.
machine. A
Yo,
machine.
man, she has some good content though, man. She's
Yeah.
a true
She's
trooper.
super nice, and like the fact that she's just so engaging with her chat, like I'm like, man, that is impressive. It's a
Yeah,
skill.
dude, like she
It's a
reads
skill.
you read every single
But it's
comment.
a skill,
I
and
was
I
like,
think people come back because of it. Acknowledging
what?
others is definitely a good thing.
Yeah, like I think that people should, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a skill that I'm trying to make better with myself. you know. So like, yeah,
So you're doing great. I mean, we only got chosen one Ryan Meatball, and we've said and Big Reese. Well, you've done a
yeah.
great job of saying hey to everybody.
Oh
I
man,
think you do great, man. You need to
you
give
know what?
yourself more credit, buddy.
I feel, you know what? I don't take this for granted. It's right now we got 6 people watching this chat, and understand this. To me, the 6 people that hold up, it ain't 6 people. It's like 5 because I got it pulled up on a separate
I
screen.
do
I
too.
wanted to
So
see.
it's really
Okay, so we got
4.
like 4. so,
Well,
so
those are the 4 coolest people I know.
dude, I give it up to the 4 people that's here, man. I think that you 4 people that are here are our world, man. You're my for the time that I spend, that me and Illis spend with you guys. You guys are our world, you know. So that's the greatness
Yeah.
for me,
I
man.
hope I didn't I tried not to overtalk. I can overtalk Rhea. I tried to stop myself and just let other people talk too. I hope I did a good balance of it.
Oh,
I was trying to be conscious of it. Let me
well,
know if I
Ray,
talk too much. I'll try to tone it down next time.
Ray, I got a tip for you, Ray. I'm gonna be pimping them for some knowledge on our behalf. So whatever I get, make sure you come through. I'm gonna shovel it back over to you because I don't know anything either. And I finally got mine, and I'm trying to get to know it very well myself.
Yeah, I love the thing.
Yes,
I
sir.
think it's cool.
Dude, hey, Chosen, man, you have been here since day one, man. I so appreciate. I told you, man, you got to come on, man. I know you talking about the setup and the cameras and this and that, man. Hey, man, use your phone, man. I don't even care. Hey, man,
I saw him
CTJ
live the
says all
other
the rest
day.
of these
It
people can
wasn't
do,
bad
man.
at
Come on,
all.
man. Come on, man. Come on,
I
you
don't.
come on.
Yeah, if you want, maybe I'll join you, and I won't put a fancy light background up. It'll just be normal background.
Oh, look, I got one for you. Here you go. Alexa, turn off arcade lights.
The future has arrived.
Alexa, turn off arcade wall. Now I look like everybody else. How about that?
Yeah.
Boom.
Watch, I'll do it. Alexa, turn off arcade. Oh shit. Alexa left me. That weenie. Yeah. No, I don't have that fancy shit. I gotta manually go over and click those damn buttons. This is lame. Oh,
He said, okay. He said he'll come on next Sunday. Rhea, you want to come on? If you're still there, you can come on too, baby. It's cool with me.
Oh, the Evercade. She knows all about it.
Okay. I won't be able to stream next Sunday.
Well, shit.
I'm letting it out the bag right now. I'm sorry. I won't.
Oh, and I might not be able to either. My kid is coming up from Kentucky. I don't know why my kid's in Kentucky.
Hey man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He said I turned off his arcade. Sorry.
Well, you guys got all fancy robots told.
Oh, Rhea's gone. She left. I'm sorry.
No, I thought she was there for a second ago.
She's gone. I see the numbers are gone. So she went down there. We got 3 people watching. So it's just me, you, and Chosen.
You and Chosen one. Well,
okay, so let's do this. Let's end this. So guys, hey, look, I know we just sit here, we have a good time chopping it up, man.
Yeah.
You say you came here for the next time after that. And so I will be celebrating my wife's birthday away from here. So
well, if you watch this later, happy birthday, beautiful one.
So yeah, I know she will be watching. So she appreciates.
Cool. We'll tell her happy birthday.
Her.
Was that her in the background in the one video next to you?
I
think on Retro Ralph's feed. I saw her yesterday. Was she at?
Yes, that was my wife.
I saw her. Oh, you guys are adorable.
Yeah, that was my wife because Stringer's wife was there and my wife was there, and it's like they saw each other and they was like, "Thank God, all this testosterone in one place." They was like, "No, dude." They found each other. They was like, "Sister," and they walked off, and we didn't see them anymore.
That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. So that was cool. And it's funny because my wife is a gamer. So I know she said, Stringer's wife said she doesn't game as much, but she's trying to be there.
Yeah. So. Yeah. My wife plays Switch. What the Animal Crossing? I couldn't think what that was called. But she loves that game.
Well, we're not going to mention that. That's taboo words in our house. We can't name the name of that game in our house. It starts fights.
It's like 500 hours deep. fight?
No, it's because I paid full double price for it when you couldn't find it. And
Oh
I
yeah.
bought somebody and they played exactly 5 minutes of it.
Ooh, that's lame. That sucks. Well, hey, that's okay.
Okay, so
Well, thanks for hanging out, chosen one.
we just picked up more people. That's crazy. Whoever just jumped in, hey, but we're about to go. I'm sorry, we've been on for 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I gotta go. I actually got a meeting to go to too. That's kind of crazy.
Well, get the heck
My
out of
day's
here.
been going since 6 o'clock this morning, and it's gonna go until late tonight.
Well, have a great night, Mike. And I will.
Hey man, I appreciate it. So
in 2 weeks, maybe, or
2 weeks. If you want to, like I said, if you want to go on for us, man, it's cool, man. I give you, I send over. We'll talk. I send over some
All right,
stuff.
cool.
And you can go on, man. But I'll be back. Definitely the week after that, man. And I'll be all right, man. Have a good night. So, all right, guys. I'll talk to you later, and be good. Hold it down. Peace.